Welcome to Great Guitarist of the Rock Era. Few guitarists in rock history have a touch so unique that you recognize it instantly. Mark Knopfler, founder of Dire Straits, crafted some of the most unforgettable riffs and solos of all time. But his journey didn't stop there, from massive stadium anthems to a masterful solo career. Knopfler redefined what it means to be a guitar hero. Let's take a deep dive into his story. Before we get started, don't forget to give us a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and ring the bell for more stories. Mark Freuder Knopfler was born August 12, 1949, in Glasgow, Scotland. He was raised in Newcastle, England. Knopfler developed a deep love for music at an early age, inspired by the greats like B.B. King, Chet Atkins, Stoddy Moore, and Hank Marvin. Unlike most rock guitarists, Knopfler didn't use a pick, just his fingers, allowing for an incredibly dynamic and expressive tone that would become his signature. Around 1968, he formed a duo called the Doolean String Pickers with Steve Phillips, which performed in local venues. In April of 1970, while living in Leeds, he recorded a demo of an original song he had written, Summer's Coming My Way. After graduation from college in 1973, Knopfler moved to London and joined the band called Brewer's Droop. By the mid-1970s, Knopfler devoted much of his musical energies to his group, the Cafe Racers. His brother David moved to London, where he shared a flat with John Ilsley, a guitarist who changed over to playing bass. In April of 1977, Mark moved in with David and John. The three began playing music together, and soon after, Mark invited John to join the Cafe Racers. Renamed Dire Straits, they recorded their first demos in 3 sessions with David as rhythm guitarist, Ilsley as bass guitarist, and Pick Withers as drummer. Their demo tape landed in the hands of BBC DJ Charlie Gillett, who played Sultans of Swing, and the world took notice. Their self-titled debut album was released in October 1978 with key songs, Sultans of Swing, and Down to the Waterline. The tracks introduced Knopfler's clean melodic lead playing, effortlessly blending jazz and blues influences into rock. Communique was released in 1979. Key songs, Lady Rider and Once Upon a Time in the West. Though not as commercially successful, this album further established Dire Straits' signature storytelling style. In 1980, the album Making Movies was released. Key songs, Romeo and Juliet and Tunnel of Love. This is where Knopfler's songwriting hit new heights. Romeo and Juliet became a fan favorite, showcasing his ability to blend intricate fingerpicking with deeply emotional lyrics. Love Over Gold would be released in 1982. Key songs, Telegraph Road and the title track. This album was more progressive, with epic length tracks like Telegraph Road, a masterclass in guitar dynamics and storytelling. Then came the game changer, Brother in Arms, released in 1985. Key songs, Money for Nothing, Walk of Life, and the title track, Brother in Arms. With massive MTV airplay, Money for Nothing, featuring Sting on backing vocals, became one of the biggest rock anthems of the 80s. The album was one of the first to be digitally recorded and sold over 30 million copies worldwide. In 1989, Knopfler formed the Notting Hillbillies, a band at the other end of the commercial spectrum. It leaned heavily towards American roots music. Missing, Presumed Having a Good Time was released in March of 1990. He also released a collaboration with Chet Atkins, Neck and Neck, in 1990, which won 3 Grammy Awards. Dire Straits' last album, On Every Street, would be released in 1991. Key songs, Calling Elvis, and Heavy Fuel. Though not as explosive as Brother in Arms, this album had gems that showed Knopfler's evolving style, more laid back, but still masterful. After Dire Straits disbanded, Knopfler fully embraced a more personal, folk-influenced sound, blending blues, country and Celtic music into his compositions. Knopfler's first solo album, Golden Heart, was released in 1996. Key song, Darling Pretty. His first solo album set the stage for his post-Straits identity, beautifully textured and deeply introspective. Sailing to Philadelphia, released in 2000. Key songs, What It Is and Sailing to Philadelphia with James Taylor. This album proved Knopfler was still a master storyteller, blending historical themes with rich guitar work. The Rag Picker's Dream was released in 2002, and Shangri-La was released in 2004. Key songs, Why a Man and Boom Like That. Here he explored Americana influences, paying tribute to figures like McDonald's founder Ray Kroc in Boom Like That. In 2006, Knopfler released All the Road Running, a collaboration with Emmylou Harris, which featured the title track, And This Is Us. Kill to Get Crimson in 2007, and Get Lucky in 2009. Key songs, True Love, Will Never Fade Away, and Border River. These records were deeply personal, featuring lush instrumentation and Knopfler's signature warm tone. The albums Privateering in 2012 and Tracker in 2015 included key songs Red Bud Tree and Barrel. Knopfler continued crafting timeless music with folk and blues roots, showing his storytelling brilliance never faded. Down the Road Wherever was released in 2018. Key songs include Good on You, Son, and Back on the Dance Floor. Still in top form, Knopfler effortlessly blended jazz, country, and rock, proving that great guitarists only get better with time. One Deep River was released in 2024 and includes the songs Two Pairs of Hands and Scavenger's Yard. Knopfler has also composed film scores for 9 films, including Local Hero in 1983, The Princess Bride in 1987, Last Exit to Brooklyn in 1989, Wag the Dog in 1997, and Altamira in 2016. He has also produced albums for the likes of Tina Turner, Bob Dylan, and Randy Newman. Mark Knopfler's influence extends far beyond Dire Straits. His distinctive finger-picking style, lyrical storytelling, and effortless ability to cross genres have left a lasting mark on music history. From the soaring licks of Sultans of Swing to the cinematic beauty of Brothers in Arms, Mark Knopfler's genius is undeniable. Whether with Dire Straits or as a solo artist, he remains one of the greatest guitarists of the rock era. If you love legendary guitarists like Mark Knopfler, make sure to subscribe to Great Guitarist of the Rock Era, and let me know in the comments what's your favorite Knopfler solo. Thanks for watching, and keep rocking.